So last week I wanted everyone to have a good time with their favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I decided to make the perfect forbidden list. And we had fun. We actually even made a tournament revolving around this perfect forbidden list. Boy, was I wrong. What's going on with you guys? TheCaliEffect, King of Games here. And today, I think I must pay for my sins for unbanning Colossus. Every time around this year, the start of a new year, Konami does hit some pivotal cards for very important strategies. This forces a soft reset on the entire Yu-Gi-Oh card game, followed up by reprints in the middle of the year. This becomes one of those times where you don't want to own too many Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And guess what I own? Way too many Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So if you guys aren't necessarily convinced by this prediction list, it's perfectly fine. Personally, I don't want this list to be true myself. But in this video, I'm going to be giving you a prediction list that could very much be the reality of our next upcoming Yu-Gi-Oh format. So of course, if you want to see more amazing content like this, then be sure to destroy that subscribe button, and also be sure to hit that notification bell because, well, we just too strong. Also, I want you guys to post down below in the comment section, what do you predict will be banned or unlimited inside of the next forbidden list? It's gonna be very exciting to see exactly what happens, but also very stressing until it happens. But let's jump on in. Starting off with the banned portion of a forbidden list, I'm pretty sure this is on 100% of everybody's prediction list because it's a card that not only should be banned, it's a predictably bannable card. True King of all Calamities is not in a great spot right now. At the cost of detaching a material, if that's a cost, you can declare an attribute and all cards on your opponent's field become that attribute. Also, all cards in your opponent's possession. That's right, possession. That means the cards that they hold in their hand-filled deck their entire life in this Yu-Gi-Oh card game cannot be used. The problem with True King of all Calamities is that it was always a busted card, but decks couldn't summon it. Now we live in a format where virtual worlds can summon two. One before the Nibiru and then one after the Nibiru. I can see True King of all Calamities getting limited to one, but I don't think that necessarily solves the problem. A ban of True King of all Calamities is just as likely as the limit and is probably welcomed by everyone in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, including virtual world players. The next card on this forbidden list, I strongly feel that if Konami is going to hit one strategy, they have to turn around and hit multiple strategies, especially seeing that this is the time of year where they hit more strategies than ever. I'm going to hit a card that's been problematic for so long, people have forgotten that it's problematic. It's not Hacklefibrix. Hacklefibrix isn't problematic. But its brother from the Dual Overload set in Union Carrier, ironically, is a very, very problematic Yu-Gi-Oh card. Union Carrier was a problem before for Adamanticators, as it would allow Block Dragon to be equipped from the deck to their side of the field, and then when sent to the graveyard, it allows them to search free rock monsters to their hand. This was amazing for the Adamanticator strategy as it allowed them to generate tons of advantage. It got Block Dragon banned. Now exactly what is Drytron's doing? Block Dragon things. Drytron players are literally using Dawn Knight and Eva the exact same way that Adamanticators were using Block Dragon. Now there is two solutions to this. Konami can either A, decide to banish Eva, and then they'll have to turn around and banish the Light Charmer, and then they'll have to banish ABC parts, and then Dawn Knight, and then any other archetype that wants to use Union Carrier, or hear me out, they can banish Union Carrier. Union Carrier already reminds me of so many cards currently on the forbidden list. A card that just goes from deck to deck to deck, spamming its way into contention and always finding itself in the crosshairs of problems inside of the Yu-Gi-Oh format. Ban Union Carrier and get it over with, guys. Now, since we've toned down two of the most powerful decks in Yu-Gi-Oh, I actually have to tone down the third most powerful deck, especially since I'm hitting everything. This is another card that just so happens to dodge the forbidden list, but this time around is gonna get hit. Guard Dragon LP used to be pivotal for the Dragon Link strategy. I felt personally that's when you don't ban Guard Dragon LP, but when it becomes a sort of an extender, a toolbox card that can special summon any dragon monster to your side of the field, which not only amplifies your playing deck, but allows you to splash other cards inside of a deck that probably shouldn't exist, then you might want to start trying to address Guard Dragon LP. Guard Dragon LP is starting to reach that criteria that Konami hates: splashability. The ability to be able to splash anything inside of a deck and get usefulness out of it, Guard Dragon LP takes full advantage of. It's a card that can predictably be hit on this forbidden list and will make a lot of Dragon Link players considerably upset. Ask Olaf. He messaged me about the perfect forbidden list. I'm pretty sure he's gonna message me about this one. If you guys didn't know Olaf, he's the Blue Eyes player. He's comes up with really good Dragon Link strategies. Now that I'm done slaughtering every single top deck in Yu-Gi-Oh!, I'm still not done. While this forbidden list has irritated me, has given me some things that I wanted, it hasn't exactly pissed me off. That's what forbidden lists around this time of the year do. So in order to piss myself off as well as the entire Dino community, we have to limit Soul Eating Raptor. You guys didn't see that coming? Thought I was gonna hit Misk? Oh, I read Misk. I know exactly what it does. You need Soul Eating to search it. Soul Eating to 1 sounds exactly like something Konami would do. You kick a deck when it's not doing its best. You kick it to the ground when it's not even being thought of. This Soul Eating hit has nothing to do with dinos being competitive now. This actually has a lot more to do with the new scrap support that's coming out in the late future, but Konami does tend to hit strategies a little bit before that actually comes into fruition, and Soul Eating to 1 feels exactly like what they would do. To be fair, this doesn't completely kill dinos, it just makes them a lot less consistent. Maybe inconsistently unplayable, but a lot less consistent. I'm not really done with the slaughter. So far I've hit Virtual World, Drytron, Dinos, and I even hit Dragon Link. What deck do you guys think I'm gonna hit next? Yeah, I hit it. If Eldritch was exactly what you were thinking of, then Eldritch Scarlet Sanguine is a card that is definitely getting hit in this particular prediction list, and it's not because Eldritch is an overly dominant deck, it's because 2 reasons that I'm trying to drive home. Obviously, Konami likes to kick strategies when they're down, and B, Konami hates versatility. Eldritch is a really strong strategy, but it's also a strategy that's very malleable. You can play it as an Eldritch Live Twin deck, you can play it as an Eldritch Zodiac deck, you can play Eldritch this, Eldritch that, but what you can't do is play Eldritch variants anymore with Scarlet Sanguine hit to 1. Now, if there was ever a time of the year where Konami addresses decks like this, kind of like how Orcus was splashed and everything and how Sky Striker was splashed and everything, this was the time of the year those were addressed. The Eldritch hit seems very accurate with Konami's model: don't let decks be splashed inside of other decks, and don't let players have fun for too long. I'm pretty sure the latter isn't a part of their model, but that's exactly what they do from time to time. I feel like the most hated player in here. I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't like myself right now, but I'm not done. Just when you thought that I couldn't get it even worse, I have to hit another strategy that is somewhat competitive, but gotta be uncompetitive now. Alistair the Invoker to 1. This 100% reminds me of a scene in Fate Zero. There was a guy going around killing kids, and then he summoned a demon that kills kids, at least lore-wise. The demon actually winds up freeing the kid. The guy's all type of confused. Why'd you free him? And then that's when the kid learns something about life. It is when you have the hope of being able to escape, the feeling of freedom, and it's all taken away. That is when you have the ultimate despair. The invoked engine has been left untouched for 4 entire years. Why would Konami hit it now? Because they're the experts of doing this. I mean, how many times have you had this particular strategy that isn't amazing, and then the forbidden list rolls around, hit you in that feels. Now, the difference between this particular video and Fate Zero is that there's actually light at the end of the tunnel. Like, seriously, Fate Zero is like one of the best animes of all time. It's very, very dark. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, then you probably got a weak stomach. Or you just like humanity. The light at the end of the tunnel is off the forbidden list is Firewall Dragon. This card has an errata to completely prevent it from being an FTK deck and is almost useless in competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! At least at first glance. This card could be good inside of a Cyber's deck. Who really knows? How many people genuinely care? Wait, we play Solomon Greats, we probably care. Regardless, it only makes all too much sense for Firewall Dragon to come off the Forbidden List to Limited and possibly to 3 later on. Now we're going to skip over the semi-limits because I don't necessarily see a card that needs to be semi-limited, but moving on to unlimiteds, you guys are going to rejoice as True King of All Returns comes to 3. This is a card that was much needed for True Draco, a card that shouldn't have been on the list in the first place. And of course, Double Iris Magician to 3, a card that arguably shouldn't have been banned in the first place either. Yep, that's it. If that's what you want to call light at the end of the tunnel, there it is. Small spark. Video's over. No other cards to talk about here. Well, that is all that I have for today's video. It was an experience. I genuinely hate to be the bearer of bad news or the harbinger of despair, but if the mediocre strategies that Konami have been putting out indicate anything, we're in looks for a really brutal Forbidden List. I mean, at least if Konami wants to make those strategies somewhat competitive. Ironically, I still think that those strategies won't be able to be that good. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely hope that this Forbidden List is completely wrong. I really, really hope. But until then, you're gonna have to find some hope in one of these videos. Go ahead and click on them and check them out, as I'll catch you on the next one.